Have you ever felt that clinging to someone you love is like holding a kite in a storm? The harder you grasp that string, the more tangled it becomes, and the less the kite can soar. This is often the essence of letting go in relationships, a concept that might feel daunting yet can be profoundly liberating. In a world where love is frequently portrayed as possession, we must pause and reconsider, what does it truly mean to let go? Imagine a scenario where you've been in a relationship for some time and you find yourself watching every move your partner makes, your heart racing at the thought of loss. You may think that by holding on tightly, you are safeguarding your love. Yet, in reality, love is more like water than a solid rock, fluid, dynamic, and always changing. Alan Watts reminds us that nothing is permanent, and trying to clamp down too tightly only leads to cracks in our foundation. When you cling to someone, you often obscure the true nature of love, turning what should be a vibrant experience into something heavy and suffocating. Have you ever found yourself scrolling through your partner's social media, caught in a whirlpool of insecurities, filling your mind with what-ifs? Or perhaps you've turned a simple disagreement into days of silence, each hour stretching out as the fear of abandonment grips you. These scenarios can be familiar, yet they invite us to reflect on the struggle between desire and freedom. Let's take a moment to explore the process of letting go. This does not mean abandoning your partner or severing emotional ties. Rather, it's about fostering an environment where love can grow unencumbered. When you release the need to control or to possess, you give both yourself and your partner permission to breathe. You create a nurturing space where love flourishes without confinement. Think of it this way. Love is like a garden. If you constantly hover over your plants, pulling at every weed the second it sprouts, you can unintentionally choke their growth. But by stepping back and allowing them the freedom to thrive, you cultivate an environment where both you and nature thrive. In love, too, when we let go of constant scrutiny and embrace impermanence, we discover a garden of deeper connections. How can we apply this understanding? Picture this instead. With every smile and every shared moment, you are signaling trust and ease. You're allowing space to experience the beauty of the mundane, the laughter over coffee, the shared looks across a crowded room, and even the quiet moments of solitude together. Each interaction can be amplified when freed from the constraints of ownership. Alan Watts often emphasized that true love is an experience meant to be shared freely, not a commodity to be traded. When we hold on with a vice grip, it's as if we are trying to catch a wave rather than ride it. The struggle between our desire to possess and the freedom to love creates a paradox that can lead to dissatisfaction rather than fulfillment. Instead of building a fortress around your heart, imagine constructing a bridge, one that lets love ebb and flow like tides. Consider this reflective statement. Have you thought about how learning to let go could redefine your understanding of love? What would it feel like to embrace the idea that love is a journey, not a destination? Letting go of the need to control can bring a newfound lightness to your relationships. In this exploration, allow yourself to feel the weight of your attachments. What would it be like to release that weight? As you ponder these questions, why not consider how this shift could change your daily interactions? Imagine, instead of clinging, leaning back and allowing your partner to grow beside you. So, as you delve into this concept of letting go, understand that new avenues of love can open before you when you allow yourself and your partner the freedom to change, to wander, and to grow. Whether through uncertainty, risk, or vulnerability, real transformation and deeper connections reside within that space. Are you ready to explore what it means to let go? Let's embark on this journey together. As we journey deeper into the intricacies of relationships, let's turn our attention to a fascinating dynamic, the allure of freedom. Why do many men find themselves attracted to women who embody a sense of detachment and independence? It's an age-old question, yet understanding it can unlock new avenues in your romantic life. Imagine a scenario where you meet someone who seems effortless in their confidence. Whether they are discussing their passions, laughing with friends, or simply enjoying their own company, there's a magnetic quality about them. This isn't just charisma, it's a self-assuredness that radiates freedom. It creates a sense of intrigue, an air of mystery that can be irresistibly enticing. Alan Watts often spoke of the beauty found in non-attachment. He suggested that when we loosen our grips, we become more attractive, not only to potential partners, but to life itself. Think about the times you felt most alive. Were they during moments of unrestrained joy? Or when you were busy worrying about what others thought of you? Those carefree instances often draw people in like moths to a flame. It's as if your confidence acts as a beacon, beckoning those around you. The irony here is profound. The more you let go of the need for validation, the more magnetic you become. And herein lies the essence of attraction. What if, instead of seeking to cling, you focused on embracing your autonomy? Consider how this shift could impact your interactions. Perhaps you've noticed a trend. Men seem drawn to women who are passionate about their lives, who are engaged in pursuits beyond the relationship. It's not about being aloof or detached in a cold manner. Rather, it's about being whole and complete as an individual. Women who pursue their own interests send a message that they are not merely seeking companionship to fill a void. They are expressing that they are already fulfilled and are choosing to share their lives with someone else. Let's reflect on an everyday example. Think about your friend who is deeply passionate about her career or her hobbies. She engages in her interests fiercely, shares exciting stories, and exudes a joy that captivates others. Now, think about how that energy feels in a romantic context. A man may be drawn to the challenge she presents, not out of a need to conquer, but out of admiration for her independence. There is a sense of excitement that comes from the unpredictability of a woman who is fully embracing her own journey. Have you ever considered that the act of not holding on could, paradoxically, be the key to winning someone's heart? By allowing your partner the freedom to be who they are without the constraints of dependency, you foster a deeper connection. You cultivate an environment that allows love to thrive, unburdened by the pressures of possession. As we move through life, many of us have internalized the notion that love must be pursued, that a happy relationship is a chase. Yet the most magnetic relationships are often those where both individuals dare to embrace their independence. Each person is like a separate flame, intertwining in a dance that creates a warm glow rather than one person relying on the weight of another. So, let's ponder a question together. What if the key to winning someone's heart lies in the art of not holding on? Are we ready to shift our perspectives and view love through this lens? When we are secure in ourselves, we attract partners who reflect that security back to us. Rather than succumbing to fear, when we embody autonomy, we invite meaningful connections that are rooted in mutual respect and admiration. As we navigate these insights, remember that freedom is not just something we crave, it's also something we can gift to others. By practicing the art of detachment within love, not as a sign of disinterest, but as a celebration of individuality, we unlock a deeper understanding of intimacy. So, what adventures might await when we lean into the freedom of being ourselves? Are you ready to explore this liberating perspective as we continue our journey into the mysteries of love? Let's embrace the challenge of independence and see how it amplifies our connections. Now that we have explored the allure of freedom and the transformative potential of independence in relationships, let's dive into a captivating interaction, the dance of chase and distance. In the realm of romance, This paradox can be incredibly intriguing. Why do we often find ourselves captivated by those who seem just out of reach? The interplay between pursuit and acceptance creates an electric energy that can elevate a connection to a whole new level. Picture this. You're at a gathering, laughter fills the air, and you spot someone across the room who is effortlessly engrossed in conversation. They exude confidence, making it seem like they are not on a mission to chase anyone. Instead, they simply radiate positivity and joy. Curious, you're drawn to them, but there's something intriguing about their cool demeanor. Suddenly, it's a game of cat and mouse. You find yourself wanting to know more, to engage, to be a part of their world. This scenario illustrates a universal principle. What you resist often persists. The more you chase after someone with blanket assumptions or desperation, the more elusive they can become. It's as if they're standing just outside that bubble, waiting for you to realize that they're attracted to your light, not your neediness. Alan Watts often highlighted the idea that in life, this dance of ebb and flow can create tension, excitement, and connection. Now, consider a real-life scenario. Imagine a friend who often dates someone who plays hard to get. At first, she feels frustrated. Why doesn't he return her text right away? However, as she eases off, focusing instead on her own interests, something curious happens. The less available she seems, the more intrigued he becomes. Suddenly, he finds himself drawn to her confidence, the indirect challenge she presents. The chase is on, but it's a chase that feels effortless and organic, even as the distance creates a heightened sense of anticipation. This dynamic raises an important question. Could embracing your unique journey actually make you more desirable without even trying? When you embody the essence of self-acceptance and pursue your own passions, you shift the focus away from the need to chase love and towards the appreciation of life itself. The dance between chase and distance becomes less about anxiety and more about joy and appreciation. Let's delve deeper into this dance. The thrill of the chase isn't merely about a pursuit. It's about establishing a balance, a fine line between longing and fulfillment. When both partners commit to their growth as individuals, they come together to create a beautiful tension that fuels attraction. This magnetic energy, forged from separate journeys, allows for authentic connection. They transcend the constraints of dependency, allowing for an environment where love can flourish unshackled by expectations. Think about how this dance applies to your own life. When have you noticed a moment where stepping back allowed the other person to step forward? Reflect on past relationships or situations. Perhaps you pivoted your attention from a romantic interest by engaging in an exciting project, taking a class, or diving into personal goals. In doing so, you naturally shifted the energy, inviting the other person to rise to the occasion as they sensed that space. Remember that this does not equate to games or manipulation. Rather, it's about self-respect. It's about choosing to be the captivating individual you are, allowing others to notice your shine rather than seeking validation from them. The dance of chase and distance invites each partner to celebrate their individual journeys while harmonizing to create a mutual sense of connection. As we continue to explore this fascinating dynamic, let's pose a reflective question. How often do we chase what seems just beyond our grasp when the real charm lies in embracing ourselves fully? The paradox of attraction lies in the balance of distance and pursuit, where true connections thrive amidst a chorus of independence. So, as we contemplate this dance, let's celebrate the unique journey each of us takes, remembering that when we embrace our individuality, we create a magnetic energy that attracts others toward us naturally. Are you ready to let go of the notion of chasing and allow the dance to unfold? Together, let's explore how this beautiful interplay can elevate our relationships to exciting new heights. As we uncover more layers of the relationship tapestry, let's explore another vital aspect that can significantly enhance our connections: the beauty of vulnerability. In a world that often champions strength and self-sufficiency, perhaps the greatest strength lies in being open, honest, and connecting with others on a deeper level. But how does vulnerability intertwine with our journey of love? Picture this: you're having a candid conversation with a close friend, sharing moments of doubt or fear. As you speak your truth, you might notice their expression change. They lean in a little closer, a smile forming as they offer their own experiences. Vulnerability acts like a bridge, creating a pathway to empathy and understanding. When you reveal your authentic self, you invite others to lower their defenses too, resulting in a beautiful exchange where hearts can connect more genuinely. Alan Watts often discussed the idea of interconnectedness. He emphasized that just like the ocean and the waves, we are all part of a much greater whole. To embrace one's vulnerability is to recognize that we are all human, navigating a sea of experiences and emotions. Vulnerability adds depth to our relationships, transforming surface interactions into rich, meaningful exchanges that bind us together. Think for a moment about your previous relationships. Can you recall a moment of genuine connection that stemmed from sharing something vulnerable? Perhaps you shared a past heartbreak that shaped you, or discussed your insecurities about love. These instances did not weaken you. Instead, they strengthened the bond you shared. The act of letting someone into your world can be daunting, but this is where true closeness often begins. Now, let's consider the other side of vulnerability: the fear of opening up. It's only natural to feel afraid of judgment or rejection when we expose our raw selves. In this light, it's tempting to put on a facade, to present an image of strength and control. Yet, what if, in doing so, we inadvertently create distance between ourselves and others? Imagine a scenario where a woman feels the urge to hold back her feelings in a budding connection because she fears being perceived as too emotional or needy. In stifling those emotions, is she risking the potential for real intimacy? When we armor ourselves, we miss out on authentic conversations that can pave the way for deeper connections. We forget that vulnerability is not a flaw. It is a powerful tool for fostering love and understanding. Here's where we might ask, what if, instead of fearing vulnerability, we embraced it? What if we understood that sharing our authentic selves can illuminate pathways for our partners to do the same? In doing so, we create a circle of trust that nurtures growth both individually and as a couple. Reflecting on this, consider this statement: how might your relationships transform if you welcomed vulnerability as a source of strength rather than a weakness? The invitation to be vulnerable unlocks potential within you that is waiting to be shared. It sends a ripple effect through your connections, encouraging others to echo that openness in return. Alan once pointed out that acknowledging the present moment can be incredibly liberating. What if we let go of our fears and simply allowed ourselves to be? When both partners feel free to express their emotions, even the uncomfortable ones, they can mend each other's wounds and grow together in profound ways. But how does one cultivate this vulnerability? It begins with self-acceptance and self-love. When you cherish yourself, your emotions, and even your imperfections, you become a safe harbor for others to dock their boats. Encourage openness by sharing your thoughts and feelings, even if they seem messy or complicated. Together, you can navigate the choppy waters of vulnerability, moving toward deeper connections. As we pause to grasp this notion, let's ask ourselves, are we courageous enough to share our vulnerabilities and embrace those of others? The journey into vulnerability is not always easy, yet the rewards, authentic connections, love, and empathy transform our relationships into vibrant landscapes that flourish. So as we continue to explore the landscape of love, let's celebrate vulnerability, embracing it as a strength rather than a burden. Are you ready to open your heart and explore the profound beauty of connection in its truest form? Let's take this exhilarating plunge together. As we venture further into this exploration of love and connection, let's turn our attention to another essential element, the necessity of playfulness in relationships. Life, with all its complexities, can sometimes feel like a serious endeavor. Yet, as we navigate these waters of love, the incorporation of play can transform our experiences into something rich, exciting, and deeply fulfilling. Imagine this moment. You're out with friends, laughter filling the air, and someone initiates a game, a silly challenge, a spontaneous dance-off perhaps. In those moments, tension dissipates and joy floods in. There's an energy about play that opens hearts and invites genuine connection. Playfulness is not just childlike fun. It's a powerful tool that allows us to explore and express our emotions, creating a deeper bond with our partners. Alan Watts often underscored the importance of embracing life with a sense of play. He believed that when we take ourselves too seriously, we overlook the beauty and spontaneity that can enrich our lives. The world is full of uncertainties and challenges, but play reminds us that amidst the chaos, we can still find joy in the smallest of moments. So, how can we incorporate this profound playfulness into our romantic relationships? Ask yourself, when was the last time you engaged in something purely for fun with your partner? Perhaps a playful debate over the best pizza toppings, creating a whimsical scavenger hunt, or simply engaging in spontaneous laughter. These moments, however simple they may seem, provide a refreshing breather from the weights of everyday life. Play encourages exploration. It invites curiosity and creativity into the relationship. When partners allow themselves to be silly, to laugh, and to engage in playful banter, they unlock avenues for openness and vulnerability. Picture a couple who regularly takes time to play board games, compete in outdoor activities, or revisit their childhood pastimes together. Those enchanting experiences not only create cherished memories, but also craft a playful foundation for navigating more serious discussions when they arise. However, it's not just about activities. Playfulness extends to how we communicate. What if you framed conflicts or challenges with a lighter spirit? Think about the last disagreement you had. Did it become overly serious or heavy? Imagine if instead you approached it with a playful tone, perhaps even weaving in a bit of humor to lighten the mood. Allowing yourself to use joy as a tool in tough conversations can ease tensions, facilitating a more efficient and heartfelt dialogue. Now, let's reflect on this. What playful interactions could you initiate in your life? Could you surprise your partner with a spontaneous adventure, a little note hidden in their bag, or even a fun date that's completely out of the ordinary? The possibilities are endless when we allow our creativity to flow. Moreover, play can serve as a vital reminder that relationships are living entities that thrive when nurtured with laughter and lightheartedness. Sometimes we can get so embedded in routines and seriousness that love can feel like a duty instead of a joy. By reintroducing play into the mix, we actively cultivate an atmosphere where love can unfurl and blossom freely. Furthermore, consider how playfulness can draw out your partner's authentic self. When play reigns, the pressure dissipates, and both individuals can express themselves freely, sharing dreams, quirks, and even vulnerabilities. Those often hidden facets of personality emerge in moments filled with laughter, leading to a deeper understanding and appreciation of one another. Let's take a moment to anchor on an essential question. Are we allowing space for playfulness in our relationships? How can we break free from the solemnity of life to re-embrace the joyous wonder that relationships can offer? By infusing play into our connections, We encourage growth, creativity, and lasting intimacy. So let's invite this spirit of play into our relationships. Are you ready to step into silliness and joy, crafting experiences that will enrich and deepen your love? Together, let's balance the seriousness of life with the exuberance of play, reminding ourselves that love is not just a journey, it's also a delightful, playful adventure waiting to be embraced. As we weave our way toward the final threads of this narrative on love and connection, let's delve into a poignant principle that often gets overshadowed in the bustle of daily life, the art of gratitude. In our quest for a fulfilling relationship, acknowledging the beauty of what we have and expressing appreciation can serve as a powerful foundation for nurturing love and deepening intimacy. Gratitude at its core is about recognizing the gifts life offers us, big or small. It's in the simple moments, the warmth of your partner's hand as you walk together, their laughter that brightens your day, or the warmth of a shared gaze that feels unbreakable. But how often do we hit pause to fully appreciate these experiences? In a society fixated on what's next, more success, more love, more recognition, taking a moment to breathe and express gratitude can feel like a radical act. Consider this. When was the last time you explicitly acknowledged something you cherish about your partner? Maybe it was their thoughtfulness, their relentless support, or simply their ability to make you laugh when you needed it most. Expressing gratitude out loud cultivates a space for love to thrive. It's about creating awareness, not just in your heart, but also in the hearts of those we cherish. Drawing from the wisdom of Alan Watts, we can embrace the notion that life is a series of interconnected moments. Gratitude is the thread that binds these moments together, enriching the fabric of our relationships. It moves us from a mindset of scarcity to one of abundance. Instead of concentrating on what you lack in your relationship, gratitude allows you to recognize the richness that already exists. Let's pause here and reflect. Do we often take our partners for granted? When we express appreciation, we remind ourselves and them of the beauty that exists in our connection. Imagine a scenario where a woman takes a moment each day to share one thing she appreciates about her partner. Over time, those heartfelt exchanges weave a stronger bond forged in mutual respect and love. By voicing gratitude, we cultivate positive energies that ripple out, impacting every corner of our relationships. Furthermore, let's explore the power of gratitude beyond just acknowledgement. How can it manifest in our actions? It can be as simple as preparing a surprise meal, leaving a sweet note for your partner, or even engaging in acts of service that show how much you care. Each expression of gratitude is a gentle reminder that love is actively participated in, not merely felt. Gratitude also acts as a mirroring effect. When you embody appreciation, others are naturally inspired to reflect that energy back to you. Think about it. When was the last time a genuine expression of love from your partner prompted you to reciprocate? The circle of gratitude enriches interactions, reminding us that love thrives in cooperation and reciprocity. Now, let's pose an important question. Are we making space for gratitude in our relationships? In the busyness of life, it's easy to overlook the things we appreciate about one another. However, when we consciously choose to practice gratitude, we start to notice more deeply. We begin to see with fresh eyes, relishing those small moments that once felt mundane. Moreover, committed relationships can sometimes become stagnant. Routines take hold and the initial spark can dim. Gratitude, however, can serve as an elixir that breathes life back into that connection. Taking the time to discuss what you both value brings forth a renewed appreciation for one another. Seek out opportunities to express gratitude for how you support one another, champion each other's dreams, or simply embrace the joy of being together. As we navigate this life, let's not forget to celebrate the wonderful people who stand beside us. The act of gratitude can act like sunlight reaching through the clouds. It illuminates what might be hidden behind the patterns of daily life. Let's encourage each other to thrive in this momentum, recognizing that love is not a destination, but an ongoing journey enriched by our shared experiences. So, are you ready to practice the transformative power of gratitude in your relationships? Together, let's embark on a journey of appreciating what we have, celebrating each other, and deepening the bonds that tie us together. As we conclude this exploration, consider how each moment of gratitude can lead you to a fuller, richer experience of love. As we come to the culmination of this journey through love, connection, and the art of relationship building, let's reflect on an essential theme that binds all these elements together: the power of commitment. Commitment is often deemed a daunting concept, encasing the notion of binding oneself to another, promising fidelity, and sharing a future. But at its heart, commitment is also an expression of deep trust, unwavering respect, and unyielding support, a sanctuary where love can truly flourish. What does commitment mean to you in your relationships? Is it the solemn vows exchanged in a ceremony, or something more fluid, evolving over time? Imagine commitment as the roots of a great tree, deep, entwined, and steadfast. It does not confine, rather, it supports and nurtures the love that branches out, allowing growth and exploration without fear of falling. Commitment provides a safe harbor where both partners can weather life's storms, seek shelter, and emerge stronger together. Alan Watts spoke eloquently about the interconnectedness of all things, emphasizing that we are shaped by our relationships just as much as we shape them. In this dance of life, commitment is not merely a noun, it's a verb. It's an action, something we breathe life into with our choices and behaviors every day. Each time you choose to show up for your partner, whether through listening, supporting their dreams, or merely being present, you affirm that commitment. Let's take a moment to reflect. How often do we consciously demonstrate our commitment to those we love? It's easy to voice our intentions, yet translating those intentions into action is where genuine connection lies. Are you taking the time to nurture your partner, openly communicating your needs and desires? The strength of commitment is found in these small, consistent gestures that reinforce the bonds of love. In any long-term relationship, challenges and changes are inevitable. There may be moments of friction where life's pressures threaten to pull you apart. It's in these instances where your commitment to love and care can shine the brightest. Instead of viewing conflicts as hurdles, consider them opportunities, times to reaffirm your intention to grow alongside each other, navigating through complexities hand in hand. Imagine a couple facing challenges regarding family dynamics or career transitions. Instead of pointing fingers or dwelling in blame, they lean into their commitment, taking the time to understand each other's perspectives, lifting each other through difficult moments. This conscious choice transforms the daunting obstacles into mutual growth experiences where love becomes a guiding light. As we ponder commitment, let's also recognize its fluidity. Commitment does not have to imply rigidity. Just like the ebb and flow of the tides, relationships can shift as they evolve. You and your partner may enter new landscapes of life, new interests, or even personal transformations. Embracing the idea that commitment can adapt allows your relationship to breathe and grow instead of stifling it under the weight of expectations. Ask yourself, are you embracing this evolution in your commitments? How can you cultivate an openness to change while holding dear the principles that bind you? Creating space for flexibility fosters an environment of resilience, nurturing both individuality and togetherness. In the tapestry of love, it is the richness of commitment, woven with threads of trust, respect, vulnerability, and gratitude that creates a vibrant, colorful picture. It's the assurance that No matter the circumstances, both partners are in it together, forging a deep connection that inspires and uplifts. As we reflect on these insights, let's ask one final question. What are actionable ways you can enhance your commitment to your partner? Perhaps you can establish rituals that affirm your bond, engage in meaningful conversations about your journey together, or simply ensure that both of your needs are met. Commit to not just loving each other, but also to growing together. So, as this journey of exploration comes to a close, I invite you to take a moment to pause, breathe deeply, and reflect on the profound nature of love and relationships. Are you ready to commit to this adventure of life side by side, nurturing vulnerability, play, gratitude, and respect? Together, let's embrace commitment in its beautiful, evolving form, crafting a relationship that weaves intricate patterns of love, authenticity, and shared experiences. Thank you for joining me on this enlightening journey. Let's continue to reflect and engage, nurturing our understanding of love in all its forms and the connections that shape our lives. If this exploration resonated with you, be sure to subscribe, and together, let's continue discovering the magnificence of relationships.